Hello, first grade. This is Miss Murphy, and I'm here to share a Read Across America read aloud with you today. So today's theme is snuggle up with a good book, something I really love to do whenever I have the opportunity. And so one of my favorite stories about snuggling up with a stuffy is called Ira Sleeps Over. And this is actually the very same book that I had when I was in elementary school. You can see I put my sticker that says Aaron on it. That's my first name. And that is my book from when I was younger. So in Ira Sleeps Over, this character is going to a sleepover. And very excited, but really nervous about this stuffy. So let's see what happens. Ira Sleeps Over by Bernard Weber. I was invited to sleep at Reggie's house. I was happy. I had never slept at a friend's house before. And there's Ira, really excited. But I had a problem. It began when my sister said, "Are you taking your teddy bear along?" "Taking my teddy bear along," I said. "To my friend's house? Are you kidding? That's the silliest thing I ever heard. Of course I am not taking my teddy bear." And then she said, "But you've never slept without your teddy bear before. How will you feel sleeping without your teddy bear for the very first time?" Sister's causing some trouble. "I'll feel fine. I'll feel great. I'll probably love sleeping without my teddy bear. Just don't worry about it," I said. "Who's worried?" she said. But now she had me thinking about it. Now she really had me thinking about it. I began to wonder, suppose I won't like sleeping without my teddy bear. Suppose I just hate sleeping without my teddy bear. Should I take him? What do you think? "Take him," said my mother. "Take him," said my father. "But Reggie will laugh," I said. "He'll say I'm a baby." "He won't laugh," said my mother. "He won't laugh," said my father. "He'll laugh," said my sister. I decided not to take my teddy bear. There's his sister. And he decides not. Doesn't look too convinced that's the best choice. That afternoon, I played with Reggie. Reggie had plans, big plans. "Tonight," he said, "when you come to my house, we are going to have fun, fun, fun. First, I'll show you my junk collection. And after that, we'll have a wrestling match. And after that, a pillow fight. And after that, we'll do magic tricks. And after that, we'll play checkers. And after that, we'll play dominoes. And after that, we can fool around with my magnifying glass." "Great," I said. "I can hardly wait." "By the way," I asked, "what do you think of teddy bears?" So there's Reggie and his big plans. They look so excited. "What do you think about teddy bears?" But Reggie just went on talking and planning as if he had never heard about teddy bears. "And after that," he said, "do you know what we can do after that? I mean, when the lights are out and the house is really dark, guess what we can do?" "What?" I asked. "We can tell ghost stories." "Ghost stories?" I said. "Ghost stories," said Reggie. "Scary, creepy, spooky ghost stories." I began to think about my teddy bear. "Does your house get very dark?" I asked. "Uh-huh," said Reggie. "Very, very dark?" "Uh-huh," said Reggie. "By the way," I said again, "what do you think of teddy bears?" Suddenly, Reggie was in a big hurry to go someplace. "See you tonight," he said. "See you," I said. I never answered his question. I decided to take my teddy bear. "Good," said my mother. "Good," said my father. But my sister said, I'm cooking dinner. He looks happy. What if Reggie wants to know your teddy bear's name? Did you think about that? And I did think about how he will laugh and say Tata is a silly baby name. He won't ask, I said. He'll ask, she said. Now he looks sad again. I decided not to take my teddy bear. Doesn't look like he's happy about his choice, does he? What do you think? What'd you do? At last, it was time to go to Reggie's house. Good night, said my mother. Good night, said my father. Sleep tight, said my sister. I went next door where Reggie lived. Their houses are connected. That night, Reggie showed me his junk collection. He showed me his flashlight collection of bottle caps, a chain made of chewing gum wrappers, some picture postcards, an egg timer, jumbo goggles, a false nose and mustache, and a bunch of old rubber stamps and labels from his father's office. So there they are. The bottle caps and the postcards and the gum chain, and then there's all of the stamps they used. Rush, second notice, this side up, it's upside down, canceled. It's all from his dad's office. We decided to play office with the rubber stamps. That's fun. After that, we had a wrestling match, and after that, we had a pillow fight. All the plans. And after that, Reggie's father said, bedtime! Already, said Reggie. Already, said his father. We got into bed. Good night, said Reggie's father. Good night, we said. Reggie sighed. I sighed. We can still tell ghost stories, said Reggie. Do you know any, I asked. Uh-huh, said Reggie. Reggie began to tell a ghost story. Once there was this ghost, and he lived in a haunted house, only he did most of the haunting himself. This house was empty, except for this ghost, because nobody wanted to go near his house. They were so afraid of this ghost. And every night, this ghost would walk around this house and make all kinds of clunky, creaky sounds, aroom, aroom, like that. And he would go around looking for people to scare because that's what he liked most to do, scare people. And he was very scary to look at. Oh, he was scary to look at. Reggie stopped. Are you scared? Uh-huh, I said. Are you? What? Said Reggie. Are you scared? Just a minute, said Reggie. I have to get something. What could he be getting? What do you have to get? I asked. Oh, something, said Reggie. Reggie pulled the something out of a drawer. The room was dark, but I could see. It had fuzzy arms and fuzzy legs, and it was about the size of a teddy bear. I looked again. It was a teddy bear. Reggie got back into bed. Now, about this ghost, he said. Is that your teddy bear? I asked. What? Said Reggie. Is that your teddy bear? You mean this teddy bear? The one you're holding, I said. Uh-huh, Reggie answered. Do you sleep with him all of the time? What? Said Reggie. Do you sleep with him all of the time? Uh-huh. Does your teddy bear have a name? I said a little louder. Uh-huh, Reggie answered. What is it? You won't laugh, said Reggie. No, I won't laugh, I said. Promise? Promise. It's Foo-Foo. Did you say Foo-Foo? Uh-huh, said Reggie. So there's Reggie getting back into bed with his teddy bear. Just a minute, I said. I have to get something. What do you have to get? Reggie asked. Oh, something. The next minute, I was ringing my own doorbell. The door opened. Ira, everybody said. What are you doing here? I changed my mind, I answered. You what? Said my mother. You what? Said my father. You what? Said my sister. She was still up. I changed my mind, I said. I decided to take Tata after all. There he is, telling his family. I went upstairs. Oops. There he goes, upstairs. Very proud. Soon I was down again with Tata. My sister said, Reggie will laugh. You'll see how he'll laugh. He's just going to fall down laughing. He won't laugh, said my mother. He won't laugh, said my father. He won't laugh, I said. He knows. He's not going to laugh. I came back to Reggie's room. I have a teddy bear too, I said. Do you want to know his name? I waited for Reggie to say, uh-huh. But Reggie didn't say uh-huh. Reggie didn't say anything. I looked at Reggie. He was fast asleep. Just like that, he had fallen asleep. Reggie, wake up, I said. You have to finish telling the ghost story. But Reggie just held his teddy bear closer and went right on sleeping. And after that, well, there wasn't anything to do after that. Good night, I whispered to Tata, and I fell asleep too. The end. So friends, I hope you enjoyed Ira Sleeps Over, and you can think about how comforting it is to have a stuffy or something special that you sleep with. All right. And also that as a friend, we like to protect each other's feelings, right? So maybe even if you don't have something you sleep with and your friend comes over and does, you can respect them and their feelings. All right, friends, have a great day.